Welcome to CS195 Web Development Week 2 HTML Basic Tags. Today is the review. So I'm going to go over this relatively quickly, but please, this is a video, so please pause when you need to. I'm going to go over all the different pieces that we add and where it goes, how it goes, pretty much everything that we've done up to date. So with that, let's go ahead and add our HTML tags. Remember, those go around everything. Remember, this editor automatically ends them for us, so we click enter. It automatically indents it too. And you think about it, what goes inside it next? So go ahead and type those real quick. Pause it, give yourself time to type those, but here they are, right? The head tag is on top, just like the head on your body. Click enter. And that means that whatever I type in here is on the inside head. We haven't really got too much of that yet, but you need to do it every single time because really quickly we will. And then what goes under the head but the body, right? And again, enter, so we automatically have our indenting, and anything we put in here is inside of our body. We're going to go through just a few of these tags, but we're going to make it all quick. We're going to give ourselves our heading. How do we create a heading tag? Go ahead and create it right now. Pause it, and then type in your H1 tag. Now this one I'm not going to click enter because it's going to all fit on this one line, so I just put my heading. And then go to the end of it and click enter, and that automatically keeps you indented and still inside of this. Let's add a paragraph. So go ahead, type in your paragraph. Pause it, and welcome back. Hopefully you put the P tag in here. You have a sentence. Actually, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and click enter right away. So a sentence. This will make it easier for me later. Next sentence. And remember, how do we fix this? If we want to give it a break, well, we add the BR tag. All right, we have a heading. It's surrounding the heading. This is really big concepts of how HTML works. This only has one tag because there's nothing that surrounds. It just is a break at that specific spot. So we enter. Let's go ahead and add a list. We're going to add an ordered list. So ordered list is what? Go ahead and type it in, pause it, make your ordered list. OL, enter. And then we got to create our list items, right? So LI, item 1, ordered list is a numbered list. If we change that to UL, it's unordered and it's just bullets. So again, let's add another LI, item 2. And we're not going to add a bunch. If you want more, you can copy and paste. You can add more LIs. Just want to remember how to do it. All right, then we did the image tag, right? So the image tag was just IMG, and like the BR tag, it doesn't wrap around anything, it just is. But it introduced the attribute. An attribute is something about the tag. So we need a few attributes here. Remember how I always showed you, this is what I want you to do every single time. We need, where is this image? So src equals quotes. And then what is it about? Remember again, if you go into this field, this is required by law. So alt equals quotes. And then we need to know its width. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put in 100 for now because I don't know how big it is. And you can see right now, as soon as I did that, it made 100 by 100 pixel placeholder for now. And then I already know what my picture is. I Googled a silly picture. So silly picture of cat with helm. And you'll see real quick what I mean by that. When I go ahead and go into the source, I've already copied it. And this is where you go out, find your picture, right click on the picture, and then copy image address. Remember, copy image address. If you need to watch this again, you can back up. These are videos. The beauty of all of this, they're videos. Back up, pause, do what you need to do. But I'm just going to paste it in there. Maybe. Copy image address. Maybe it somehow lost it and all of that madness. Full screen. All right, one more time. Control V. And this is a great example, if you remember from our images. of having to scroll forever for the image. Now, if you're curious, that's technically because this thing automatically, it pretty much, this code right here is code, and it is the whole photo. It is kind of like literally building this image color by color. It's telling you what color every pixel is. So when you look through it, this super long length of code is building this photo. So that's why it's so long. And if we wrap this text, it would go around. Now the other option that we mentioned was to actually upload an image. Now I'm going to go ahead and just click on this stuff real quick, because this is, remember, we got to pay attention to what the name is, bunny.jpg. If we had this and we were a 00 web host, and we actually uploaded a photo, whether it be a personal photo, whatever it might be, we go in there, we have to actually type in its actual name and ensure it's in the same folder. So all that clicking I just did over here was essentially ensuring it was in the same folder. But in 00 web host, wherever your index file is, you need to have the picture in the same folder, or have a folder like pics and have it in the folder. But again, then you have to modify your code to say, hey, it's in the picture folder, which in this case it's not, so I just put bunny.jpg. The only other thing we went over was bold and italics, and there's so many different ways to do it. We could use the B tag. The key is when you do trinket, automatically closes it for you, and now that one sentence is bold. We could also use strong. I is for italics, and so is EM. But that's it. That's everything we gone over. So hopefully you are starting to catch on these theories of, hey, it's in between. This is all the body that shows up over here. Everything's inside of the HTML tag. You're seeing the indenting that's going on here. And then the continued indenting. Because as we get really big web pages, like if we just inspect this and look at all of the code from, and a lot of this stuff is closed. We look at all of the code that's in this web page. This is why they have the indenting, so you know what's inside of what. All right, that's our review for this week. We haven't gone over a whole lot, so we'll see you next week.